the 8.5 by 11. I haven't done too many of those so far, so this is, I love this one, probably because it's Cocoa Vanilla Studio papers, and some old chipboard from my stash. So I've just, cut the diagonal. No, this is the triangle is left over from that other triangle layout that I done. So I just flipped it over. Can't remember what that on the background of that paper. Just flipped it over and used it here and then, oh, okay, that works well. I'll go with that. So I like that one. These three are more recent, so these are photos or layouts of my granddaughters. So we just cover their face up, well I do, and they are more layouts, are more recent. Lots of sequence on this. So this is the current kit that I received. It was the, I'm going to say Chamel, but I just can't think of what the kit, collection's called. But it has a lot of the unicorns and very whimsical mermaid catty things, whatever they are. And then there's that one as well. I quite like that one. That's just from my recent ones that I've done. What else? I have done a few in a couple of traveller's notebooks. So I've been doing a series on items that are around the house, if I can find which way to open it. So this is my first traveller's notebook that I started. It was just a handmade one I did to see whether I even liked the idea of a traveller's notebook. Trying to get used to the smaller size. I'm not too sure how I'm feeling about it yet. I'm warming up to it. I quite like it, and I certainly will continue to do a traveller's notebook of some description. Not too sure yet whether I'll leave things hanging out. I do like that look, but obviously they'll curl up and over the years they'll break and get daggy, but we'll see how I go. So this is just me trying to get the hang of how this all works. I notice I'm using more Project Life cards in this type of spread. I seem to be using them as journaling spots or whatever it may be, which is good. I think that's the last one there. And then so made that's the true traveller's notebook size, or the standard traveller's notebook size. So I thought, okay, then that's smallish. Let me see what I can do if I make a different size. So I made this size to see how I feel about this. And I like this size too, so I'm not too sure what I'll do. Decided I'm going to try to start using my stamps more often, so I'm trying to make it a point to stamp on each layout that I do, whether it's just a little phrase stamp or what it may be. This is the circle I've stamped and cut out. So you just, and actually all of these fruit I stamped and coloured in as well. So most of these layouts all have, all the 12 by 12 and all that I've showed have process videos. I think you possibly just saw a bit of a sneak peek. I don't think that video will go live yet. I'm just trying to think what's that for. No, that one hasn't gone live yet, so sneak peek there. Last but not least is Project Life. So quickly flip through the Project Life. Before I store my Project Life, this is how before I put them in sleeves, this is how I store them. So I just do them, clip them all together with a little clip and store them. So I'll just quickly run through these. It's getting a longer video now. So most of my Project Life, I try to keep reasonably simple. So once upon a time I used to do quite busy Project Lives and lots of layers, but at the moment I'm trying to keep it very photo heavy with just a couple of different journaling cards or whatever you'd like to call those. So that's that one, just of one of our boating weekends away. side. This one. Doesn't look quite right, but we'll go with that. So I can't quite remember exactly how these are all laid out. I will, when it comes time to putting them away in the album, I'll go back and see exactly how I had them designed, but it was probably something like this. So it was just, these are the photos of our son, and he had a Cubs day on the beach. Did a lot of water fights and bits and pieces. So as you can see, once again, reasonably photo heavy with just some embellishment cards. All my pages have the same design, so I think that's what they call as the Design A layout. But I quite often, because that means the middle row is the 3x4 cards, I quite often use some 6x4s along there, and I just, sorry, that's a lie, what am I saying? That's right. This one here is a 3x4, this is a 3x4, but the one in the middle is actually a 4x6, but I quite often use a two 3x4s here, and then I just stick them together with on a piece of paper to make them go into the 6x4. I think that here. This is what I'm saying. So it's like that. So I'll just put those two together on back to back on a cardstock or something like that. As I said, once I go to put them in the album, I will just fiddle around and put them the way I like it at the time. That's nearly done. The last one, and this is a double, oh no it's not, this is the more recent one that I've done for the Project Life. So Project Life I generally do event based. Occasionally I might do a month based, but most of the time it is an event based spread that I do. So as you can see, very photo heavy, just a couple of journaling cards and a little embellishment on each one.